Some more okra from the terrace garden. This is from maybe 15-20 plants. Not too many, not too much, not too small, given that some were harvested again 1 or 2 days back only. If you look, some of them are on the verge of becoming unpalatable because the seeds are starting to thicken. But even if the others are smaller, I harvested them because they started to get thick. So they become useless if they get too thick, because with the seeds they become, if the seeds start ripening, then the okra pod is unable to, it doesn't give a good taste. Okay, so I have never had this kind of good growth. Why? What has happened this season? This season I think I planted far more okra. I have been more regular in terms of water. I can't do anything about the sun. The sun is hot as always, but it's cooler now. But it can, even during peak season, the okra was still producing. I guess the main difference is this time I have been more careful about the fertilization. I add a lot of different fertilizers, mostly compost, vermicompost, then a mix of other things, all organic of course. I don't add anything that is inorganic, and I even add water from the kitchen in terms of wastewater from different utensils, milk utensils and all. I store that water and I add that. I think that also adds nutrients. Then the other thing I do is, now I'm doing a lot of in-situ composting, which means I make these compost bags. I make these bags in which I add the kitchen waste, and I add soil, and I add brown material such as paper and all, and I put them directly inside the pot itself. They, with holes at the bottom, what happens is they leach out water as and when it decomposes. That water is very useful for them, and in the end, when the mixture, so look at this, for example, this bottle is full right now because I put it 2 days back. In I think another 4 weeks or 6 weeks, it will go down to 1/5, 1/6, and it will be almost ready. When it's ready, what I'll do is I'll just empty this into the pot itself as a layer of compost and redo the process. This, I think, is making a huge difference in terms of making sure the soil is rich, because what happens is that typically the soil that we're using, we use the same soil, been using the same pot for ages and ages and ages. We don't turn out the pot every season or every this thing, but instead so this fertilizes the soil. I think that makes a lot of difference.